This is Dr. Nikita here, your radiology educator on the platform of PrepLadder. And today we have with us Dr. Dhruvil Shah, who has got an amazing score of 226 in the FMGE July 24, and that too in his very first attempt, which is absolutely incredible. So congratulations, Dr. Dhruvil, on your achievement.
Thank you, ma'am, for introducing me. Hi, friends. My name is Shah Dhruvil, and I completed my MBBS from Chindaw University. And I cleared my FMG in my very first attempt with a great score of 226. Hi, ma'am.
Yes, Dhruvil, we are the entire PrepLadder family, and I'm sure your family as well are super proud of you. You've done this in the first attempt. That's absolutely incredible. So I'm pretty sure that all of us would want to know, your strategy. How did you do that smart work? I'm sure you got some limited time, for the preparation. How much time did you actually get for your preparation?
Like, I actually started my preparation during like around COVID, but you can say, but the main preparation is the last 6 months that I gave to this exam. Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's great. And but when did you return back to India?
Like just 1 month, not 1 month, it's just 25 days. We just come back from China, and yeah, then after I used to study at home.
All right, great. So, I mean, did you do always like you were the one who studied always like akele padne wale, yeah, you had a group or you had a group of friends with whom you used to study?
Yeah, like we are total 4 friends, and we used to study, and like what's like on dinner we used to like share each and everything, like what we study and what we do. And four of all my friends, and we all clear in very first attempt. Yeah, ma'am.
I mean, that's great. That reinforces the fact that group study is very important, and having
Yes,
friends whom you can discuss actually
yes,
helps the preparation and gives a break to the monotony in the preparation.
yeah, ma'am. Yes.
That's great. So, Dhruvil, we would like to know that when you started your preparation with PrepLadder, what did you focus mainly on? Was it the main videos or was it the rapid revision videos? And what would be your suggestion to the juniors?
Yes, ma'am. Like initially I used to watch each and everything, but for this 6 months, you need very concise everything, like you able to revise everything, right? So I used to like Preeti ma'am and the Deepak Marwa sir is like best. They give notes very concise and easily revisable. In 30 pages, no one able to like give medicine to you. So yeah,
I mean that's great. So basically, you mean to say that for someone who's in their undergraduate days, like first year, second year, third year, they should focus on building up the concepts and foundation with the
yes,
main.
ma'am.
And when the time comes for actually, the exam appearing year comes, the rapid revision is what helps in the concise revision.
Yes, ma'am. Like initially you feel like I will do everything, I will do this, but in last time revision, everything, you need a very concise thing, everything. So you easily able to revise. And
Yeah, so true. I mean, we get a lot of students asking that, getting into that FOMO, that if we don't do the main videos, what if we get questions from the topics which are not there? So, did you ever get that FOMO and how did you tackle that?
yeah, initially I also used to like I have to watch main videos, but the main thing is if you start giving GTs and you start solving Qbanks, you will able to know your position and how much you know and how much you not know. So yes,
I mean, so that gets us to a very, very important point that MCQ practice with the Qbank and with the mock test, the champions exam is very, very important, right?
yes, ma'am. Like giving test, never fear of any giving test. Give it just like you are giving normal test only. Don't feel like you score low or high or anything. Just give it.
And that's a very good input that we have got, because I think that's a major reason that majority of the students do not give the mock test because they are afraid. Kamara score kam aaya, so that's going to
Yes,
affect
yes.
our confidence, right? So we would like to know that when did you start giving the mock test? Like how much time before the
Like
exam?
from my first day only, I like whenever any GT is live, I used to give only.
Right.
Whatever your preparation, just give it.
I mean, that's superb. So, I mean, how did your graph go? So, if I ask you that now you have scored 226 in final exam, but when you gave your first mock test on PrepLadder, what was your score?
Like it was like always like in top 50. It's what like in always it's like top 50 only. I used to score like from my first GT, I used to score 200 plus only.
Right. So I think we can extrapolate that you were good with your concepts and the foundation, because that is when you watch the main videos and build your foundation
Yes.
good.
Like I used to say that you have to like not give 6 months. Before 6 months, your like complete video and everything should be completed. In this 6 months, you just have to study only. No videos, nothing.
Okay. Right.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
basically, you laid the foundation very well. That's great. And how
Yes.
did you couple the Qbank to the videos or to the notes that you were reading?
Like I simply used to first study and then directly go to Qbank and solve it. Like just that only. And then I used to some wrong question I used to just see and then go through only.
Okay. So did you ever make your own self handwritten notes, or you relied on the ready notes that?
Yes, ma'am. I used to make my self-written notes only. Like I have a like photogenic memory. I used to like my handwriting. I used to recall at time of exam. Like that's why mostly I have my handwritten notes only. For like few subjects, I have like ready-made notes.
Okay. So, because many students think that making your own notes takes a lot of time, is cumbersome. Did you not get
Yes.
that feeling while making your notes?
Like I feel like when I used to write like in ready-made notes, it's like take 30, 60 pages, but I used to write it like in 15 pages. It's like done. So it's like easy to revisable. That's why.
I mean that's great. But even I do believe that making your own notes, really helps, because it adds to your concentration, and then, like you said, it
Yes,
gives
ma'am.
that photogenic memory as well. That's great. And so, did you use while how did you filter down the content? Like, this is what I read in the first reading, then in the first revision, in the second revision. How did you filter down, narrow down on the content?
Like, yes, ma'am. Like, I used to like very studious guy in my college. So I used to study from first page to last page every time. But like during like last period, last lap, I used to like go through the rapid revision. Only I used to watch videos only. When yeah, in videos I able to like revise everything.
Okay, so you were also the one who watched the video at like 1.5x, 2x. How was it?
It's like 2x ma'am only.
Right. So I think if I talk about radiology, then if radiology is 7 to 8 hours of rapid revision, you actually complete it in 4 hours.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, that's superb. And how would you review the mock test, the champions exam that you used to give on PrepLadder?
Like I always used to see wrong question only. Don't see like right question. I used to see just wrong and just write in my one book there is like Qbank, and I used to make one book like Qbank and GTs. In
Okay.
that I just wrote down that points. And yeah,
Okay. And you kept revising that book.
yes.
Okay. So did you also make the notes that you used to make? Were they segregated like subject wise, all anatomy points at one page, or it was all just mixed notes?
No, no, no. It's like anatomy, physiology. Everything is different, man.
Okay, so you've segregated all the notes so that all your volatile weak points for a particular subject come at one place, and that
Yes,
becomes your go-to place for the revisions.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, that's great. And how important do you think is the MCQ practice? Like, someone is just watching the videos or just reading the notes, but not doing the MCQs. How much does it affect?
MCQ is like very, very, very important for me. Like I used to do each and every question from every point, like every source from Qbank. Like I used to do Qbank, each and every Qbank I used to do. Like
Okay, so so that means that using the Qbank right from day one. I mean, the best way,
yes,
would be like reading a topic, then doing the Qbank and assessing yourself, and
like
adding the weak points.
try to complete Qbank before your 2 month of examination. I suggest. Like if your exam in June, I used to complete in around April or anything. Like 4 months, your Qbank should be completed like fully, each and every Qbank.
Okay, that's great. And how was the
Hmm.
score that you got in the champions exam that we had conducted?
Like I scored 211, and in this I scored 226.
Okay, that's great. So you've always been like a 200 plus wale student.
Yes.
Amazing. And what's your suggestions on the exam day strategy as well? How did you cope up with the time management, particularly when this time the FMG pattern was changed? It was in sections, it was in blocks. So how did you manage that?
Like I used to say that this time block is very good for me. Like I used to solve like one section in like around 25 minutes. I am just like done in every section. And it's easy to like only able to get only 50 question at a time. So it's quite easy and you able to see each and every question very well. So I feel it's good. And in every test, I don't feel any time bounding or anything. I used to solve every time very quickly.
Okay.
Like you just see and go through. If you don't know, just skip, go. If you know, like that. And then in remaining time, you will able to see like whichever you reviewed or anything.
Okay. So basically, you did not waste a lot of time on any particular question. Like you utilize the time in one this thing, you mark the correct answers, and then you come back to the questions where you have not answered.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. And did the performance in the part A ever affect, like, the part B? Students tend to overthink, overanalyze, or get afraid for the part B. How should they tackle that?
Like yeah, if I suggest like give part one with full preparation that you have a like confidence of giving the second part too confidently. That's why. And yeah.
Right. So basically, the pre and the paraclinical subjects should be good, so that once you perform good in part A, you get that confidence for part
Yeah.
B as well. I mean,
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
that's a good point. Right.
Hmm.
And did you also watch the LRR that we had on PrepLadder, or you just relied
Yes,
on?
ma'am. Like I have my center like from Ahmedabad to 250 kilometer away. So I used to watch that LLR section in my bus that I used to watch.
Okay. I mean,
Like it's very helpful. Like I used to watch on 2x and here like it's 4 hours. So I used to watch like some volatile subjects like microbio and all.
okay. That's great. And how many did you think in this exam there were previous year questions, or how much did the previous year questions actually help?
Yes, ma'am. Like in part one, it's like too many. Like from NEET PG PYQ, there are so many, and from NEET PG as well as from FMG. Part two is like they confusing us in option mainly. So yeah, part two is little bit hard, not hard, little bit, but it's doable only. Yes, ma'am. But
Okay.
yes, too many PYQ and PYTs are also many there. Like it's doable paper.
Okay. So how many previous year papers had you solved, like be it FMG, NEET, PG, or INI-CET? How many papers had?
Yes, past 5 years, ma'am,
Okay, past 5 years FMG, past 5 years NEET, PG.
and also INI-CET.
Okay, INI-CET also you had solved.
Yes.
Like, so do you think that solving the INI-CET papers is actually useful and should be done, or it's
No,
skipped?
it can be skipped, ma'am. Like INI-CETs can be skipped, but NEET PG not skippable.
I think same is true for the NEET PG students also. They have to, and they should be solving the FMG papers also, because there's a lot of overlap in the recent year, especially that we are seeing in the topics and the questions that are
Like
coming.
same question. There are like same question. They just took from NEET PG and they just put it in the exam.
Okay, got it. So that makes it very, very important.
Mhm.
All right, and finally, Dr. Dhruvil, whom would you like to credit your success to? Of course, it's your hard work, but nothing is possible without the team and behind the scenes support which goes on.
Yes, of course, my parents and my sisters, they always like pushes me to like do this work. Yeah.
I mean, great. So do convey our congratulations to your entire
Thank you,
family
ma'am.
as well on our behalf. And before we call this off, I would really like to know, your favorite quote, or what was that something which always kept you motivated when you had the lows during your preparation?
Like I always have fear. I have to clear this exam. Then like I have a fear. I have to clear. I have to clear. Like in past, I like NEET UG. I have like setback in my mind that yeah, it's not clear. So it's always pushes me to like clear this exam.
Okay, so like I said, that every setback is a stage for a comeback, and you have proved it very, very right, Dhruvil. And we also hope to see you again with your NEET PG attempt and scoring great marks and
Thank you,
ranks
ma'am. Thank you.
as well. The PrepLadder team will always be by your side. So all the very best for your future journey, and congratulations again. Thank you so much for all the valuable inputs. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.